Well, hey family, this is Darlene. I have about 24 orders that I need to get out. I don't want to show you the people's names and information, but I got about 24 right here, and I need to get these ready to be shipped out. So these are pre-orders before I even had these ready to be shipped out. These customers had already ordered the bead kits that I put together, and these are the mini bead kits, and oops, they are the corked bottle bead kits. So you get 40 inches of stretch wire for cable cord for bracelets. You get a 100 plus beads, and this is a little charm. That's a little charm, the little heart charm. Just a variety of beads. You got all kind of, well, not all kind. You get the little stems for the earrings in here. You get, I put different colors of the ear wires in here. My hands are sanitized too. The different color ear wires in here. So the kit, you can make 10 designs, 7 pair of earrings, and 3 bracelets using the small little beads. And it's only meant to be like a little starter kit, or if you wanted to make some type of cute little dainty earrings to go in the bottle and give these as a gift, or if you wanted to make them as a gift enhancer in the sense you already have some gift bag with some goodies in it, and you want to throw in these 2 little extra earrings in the bottle, just to enhance the gift you're already given, or if you just wanted them for yourself, just to kind of test it out and see how it works. So these had already pre-sold before I even put them on the website. The people within my website, some of the addresses came back as undeliverable. So I don't, if you've gone to the jewelrybybdk.com website and you've signed up for the email list, double check for me and see if your email address is as it should be. Maybe go back over to Jewelry by BDK, resubmit your email address, and then that way I know that I have the right address, because I know quite a few of them came back as undeliverable. So I would like to be able to send you whatever, that I'm sending out or promoting or whatever, if you would like to be on the list, the mailing list. Okay, so these are the people, they pre-ordered these, the bead kits. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to go ahead and get some of these ready to ship out. I have an order for 24 of them. That's what these invoices, shipping slips are for. I have 24 of them. So I was going to do a couple of them right here on the table. And then I actually went and got some some hex nuts, because my thought is, remember on the 7th I'm going to be mailing out those 7 oh, you know what? Let me backtrack. So disrespectful, Darlene. So disrespectful, Darlene. And I do apologize for that. I should have opened up with this, and I apologize for this. Thank you for your support. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for every purchase that you make. And you trust and believe I do not take it for granted. And I do hope that when you get your items, you are absolutely pleased with the quality of whatever it is that you ordered. Not only that, and I didn't want to say her name, is Togan, Tugan. So not word for word, because I can't remember word for word what she said, but she was saying something like I think she's a subscriber, and she goes to the channel Jewelry by BDK well, she was dropping by and watching the videos, and she said she hadn't watched the videos in a while. So she said when she came back and was watching the videos, the content, she appreciates the content that she found on the channel when she went back to the channel, and she was saying how it inspires her, and she had kind of gave up on her business and gave up, like how we do sometime. We get a little stagnated. We get to a point sometime where we lose hope and we lose faith, because we don't see anything growing from what it is that we do. And I have learned that no matter, it is better to be prepared than to try to get prepared. So, and also, I'm a kind of a visual person in a sense. I like to write things down so I can see myself. And what I did was something called it's a visionary workbook. So it's basically, how do you see your life going forward? Not the 5 year, the 6 year, the 7 year, or anything like that. And think about it. China got a 200 year, I think it's a 300 year plan. So that tells you something. We got to start thinking way beyond 5 years or 6 years or 7 years. And I'm good for writing things down, and I believe in a vision. Whatever you see yourself doing and being, that is what you are. That is who you are. And that in which you give the most energy to is what you become and what you are. So think about it. If you sit, not necessarily sit, but if you work every day on what it is that you absolutely love doing, what can come from that? At some point there is growth from that. And then think about people that have been acting for 20 and 25 years. We just now starting to see them, right? But then people been doing that for years, like basically perfecting their craft. And it's like we have to do the same thing. If it's jewelry making, if it's sculpting, if it's painting cups, if it's buying shades and putting rhinestone around them and putting your name on it, whatever it is, if it's consulting, if it is any type of service, any type of product, it takes work. It takes work, and we just gotta keep putting it in, keep putting it in. And think about it. We will get up every morning faithfully and go to a job and be there early. We will be there early. We will even give them time back on our lunch periods. We will stay late. We will go in on Saturday. Well, I ain't doing all that. No Saturdays and Sundays. Miss me with that one. But we will do that and dedicate ourselves to our jobs. And my whole thing is, if we have to work regular full-time jobs or part-time jobs or whatever, how many ever hours that you have to put into a job so that you can invest that back into your dream, your reality, then by all means, I say do that. And is it difficult to do sometime? Absolutely, positively. And you guys can all probably confess to that. It gets tiring, it get worrisome. Sometimes you just be like, man, I'm putting in all this work, I'm doing all this. But eventually, you begin to see the fruits of your labor. And then not only that, though, remember with the talent, when you use the talent that God has given you, something else always comes from it. It's like one product leads to another product, leads to another product, leads to another product. And my whole thing is heed to the spirit. Heed to what it is that the spirit has to say to you, and then kind of do it from there. Begin to write things down. And the scripture talks about that. Write the vision down. So they that run may read it. May read what? May read your vision. Write your vision down. Write down where you see yourself. Write down what you see yourself doing. And then do a checklist every night before you go to bed. What did I get done today? I got this done, this done, this done, this done. Okay, well, I didn't get to this 4 right here. But you know what? If God blesses me to have tomorrow, then these 4 things will get done tomorrow. And then by the time tomorrow comes, I've got 10 more things I need to add to the list, right? My phone is just always ringing. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. My phone is always ringing. Okay, but anyway, you guys kind of get the point. And it's a matter of and I just want to say thank you. Thank you for every kind word. Thank you for being inspired by what it is that I do. And thank you for inspiring me because of you being inspired. That means a whole lot. And it's like and it is iron sharpening iron. It is like and that's why I made the channel. I made the channel to inspire those of us who create, because I understand the challenge sometime where you just feel like, like I said, you like, where's the fruit from what it is that I'm doing? You know what I'm saying? And it just is what it is. And I'm just a believer, in that, however you see yourself doing it. I'm gonna say this again though. Um, uh the land is plentiful, for us to be out there selling what it is that we make, the best quality that we can make it. If it's online with your own store, if it's online, is there some expense involved in it? Absolutely, there's some expense involved in it, because you have to pay for the website, you have to pay for the domain name, you have to pay for whatever it is, maybe ads if you're going to run ads. So there is a little bit of expense in it, but the rewards are great. The rewards are absolutely amazing. And when you have, let's say the Etsy store, you have your own website, you have a couple of products over here on Teespring, you got a product over here on Shopify, you got product over here, because you have a Wix website, or you got product on maybe one of the wedding websites where you make wedding favors and that kind of stuff. Those are different rivers of passive income that are coming in, which makes a really big difference, right? And I was on I'm supposed to be packing up stuff. Y'all know every time I get on here I start chatting. Okay, but look. So I was on Groupon, right? So I went to research Groupon just to get an idea. And I do know that people go on Groupon just to try to get stuff for, cheap. And they do. My niece told me that this morning. She said, Auntie Betty, I go to Groupon for as cheap as I can get it. And for me, I understand that. So when I went on there to do, like research to see if I could sell jewelry on there, maybe some earrings in the bottle, like something, what is it that I can, I can say, but it looks like they only have it like for fine jewelry, right? So if you're a person, like, go to Groupon, research Groupon, right? And then if your product or service is a product or service that will fit well on Groupon, what do? You create that product or that service where the price will fit into that specific platform without you losing any type of money, right? So it has to make financial sense. So any one of those, there's like different websites where they sell wedding favors, where you can actually put your product or your service on those different platforms and literally sell to potential well, not potential, they are planning to get married and stuff, like sell to brides for weddings and things. But you have to research those things out. You have to see if they match with what it is that you do, and those type of things. And it's like, I don't care if you have money coming from 6 sources, right? It could be $100 coming from each source. That's $600 coming in a month from 6 different sources, $100 from each source, if that's what it is, right? And it just makes sense to me. And the thing with that is it basically just grows. So the more you put in it, 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 the more you get out of it. Will you plant seeds on stony ground? Absolutely. Will you plant seeds in rocky ground? Absolutely. But will you plant seeds in ground that is fertile and ripe to produce fruit? Absolutely, positively, more so than not. But it does take a little work, and it takes us to stand firm. It takes us to stay positive. It takes us to keep our vision alive within our minds, within our spirits, and on paper. And we can do this, ladies. I mean, we can absolutely positively do this. I don't care what your product or your service is. We can do this. Not only can we do this, we are doing this. We are making this stuff happen every single day. When you sit down at your craft table, I don't even like to call it a craft table. Every time you sit down at your work table and you produce something, you write a poem, you paint on a jar, you whatever it is that you do, that is one step closer to accomplishing a dream and scratching off a goal on your task list. And my whole thing is, whatever money is for you will come to you. And what you want, it wants you back. So if you want to be this entrepreneur that, you earn over $100,000 a year or more just from your business, it wants you back. But how much do you want it is the question. It's almost like a relationship. Well, how much do you want me? I don't see no effort. You see, it got to take some effort. And, eventually you'll be able to see the fruits of your labor. But anyway, y'all know I came here to package this stuff up. And you know how I get when I get on here, I get to running off at the mouth. But anyway, I'm going to package these up. And I guess maybe that's why I had to come on camera today. So we could all have a little chat together and we could all be inspired. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and bag these up, and then once I bag these up, I'm gonna go ahead and oh, where's my other bags at? I'm gonna go ahead and get these here they are over here. Go ahead and get these all shipped out. And like I said, these were pre-orders to be able to recycle inspiration, to be able to recycle dollars, to be able to recycle, encouragement, to be able to recycle empowerment. And that's what it's all about. It's like, one person being inspired by the next, or one person being inspired by many. And if you think about it, we are all inspired by something or someone, that motivates us. And my whole thing is when you have to make yourself go to sleep at night, because I have to do that. I have to make myself go to sleep at night. And I have to do that because there is so much that I want to be doing, but I have to go to sleep so I can get up the next day and do it all over again, right? So when you're working, in your workroom, in your work studio, in your garage or wherever it is that you work at, and that's another thing, whatever room that you work in, decorate that room around what it is that you do. Make it yours. Like in here where I work at in my studio, there's pictures all over the wall. And I think there's a video that shows you my work studio, but I got it finally completed since that video. But there's pictures all on the wall where I actually printed out pictures of my jewelry. I put them on the white canvas. Let me see if I can, right here, I put them on the white canvas. And then it's all around the room. And I do that so that I can be inspired when I come in this space, in this space. So I'll look around and I'll see the jewelry, because it could be a day where you just really don't feel like doing anything. And I'll walk in here and I'll see stuff just all over the place. And I'll look at the walls and I'm like, oh no, I feel like making something. So, it inspires me to stay in my creative space, by decorating and making it look like not only my work studio, but also my business work area. And I think that was another conversation we had too, though. Being a creative is one thing. Handling the business part of it is another thing. And I think many times we have the creative part down, but we don't have that business part down, as far as like pricing our product and, earning the income and having some type of revenue come in. It's like you don't want just expenses. Expenses become products and services become liabilities, as opposed to assets and, positive income and stuff. And that's not what you want. So it's a good thing to always write things down. Write things down. Write down what you want your work studio to look like, right? And then begin working on those things. Write down what you see yourself doing, not just 5 years. What do you see yourself doing in 2 days? What do you see yourself doing next week? Let's get away from that 5 year. We already know the 5 year stuff. 5 years, before you even get to the 5 years, you got a day, you got 2 days, you got 3 days, you got a week. So if you're not doing anything before then, how can you ever get to 5 years? You can't, because you're not doing anything to prepare to get you to 5 years. And then that's the thing. And I'm going to leave us with this, right? So be a man what he thinketh in his own mind. Whatever he think he is, therefore shall he be. So whatever you think you are, that's what you're going to be. So whatever you think you are, watch your actions, because your actions are showing you what you think about you. Right? But anyway, y'all didn't come here for no sermon, but I'll give you one. Okay? Darlene Knight for Jewelry by BDK. Guess what? We'll talk soon.